Welcome, guys, to John's Football Channel. I hope all you guys are doing well today. I would like to take this time to discuss how the Champions League has been going. We all know there was some fixtures yesterday and some fixtures going in today. I was quite surprised how the Champions League has been turning out to be, with some very small teams beating some very big teams. If we have a look at let's have a look from the start. Yesterday, Atletico Madrid played Club Brugge, which is, I think, a formality. Atletico Madrid wins the game 7-4. I was quite surprised that, well, I think we all were, that Club Brugge managed to score 4 goals in the first game. And then Leverkusen against Olympiacos. Leverkusen was winning 2-0 in the previous fixture. And in this game, they just drew. That was not quite a surprise. Quite surprised is this one. Inter Milan against Glimt. Now, Glimt is a very small team compared to Inter Milan, who's been up there recently in the Champions League, fighting for finals, semi-finals, and competing in general. And now they go against Glimt, and then end up losing both fixtures. I was quite surprised. I said, okay, no, the first game was a hiccup for Inter Milan. They'll be able to recover and put on your performance and collect all 3 points against Glimt. But no, they actually decided, no, we are not gonna participate much longer. We are about to pull ourselves out of this game, and we're about to be knocked out. I was very surprised how it happened. I'm still curious as to know how it happened exactly. But as I was pulling some stats, well, we can even let's look even at the teams. I mean, Glimt's team doesn't look very shiny or any very big players there. There's not many. If you can look, maybe not even one, you could actually see that you would know, well, I know this player is a quite decent player. No, there isn't. If you look at Inter Milan's team, I mean, you could see Akanji from Man City is on loan. You see Barella, you see Thuram, you see all these types of players who know that they are quite decent and are able to have enough poison in them to actually hurt teams, especially teams that are bigger than teams. But no, they'll end up losing. And then I saw, okay, let me just investigate a little bit further. Then I had a look. Inter Milan's manager has only coached 43 games for Inter Milan. So that was okay, fine. 43 games, it's enough for a team to, I would say, to know you, to get along, to know the tactics more or less, to know the playing style and in general gameplay in order to beat such a team. Then I had to look at, okay, let's have a look at Bodo Glint's manager as well. And surprisingly, he has 361 games has played for that team. So that team um very well. They know the team knows him very well. They are made out of him basically. I am sure he's been there a very long time. He's 57 years old. I mean, if you just take out the 3 in front of the 61 games on its own beats Inter Milan's 43 already. So you can imagine 300 games more. So to that extent, we can understand why, and maybe there's more reasons as to why Inter Milan lost. I mean, they've been playing a very long time with one another. They already know the tactics. They already know the ins and outs of the formation, the all types of understanding as to where we need to be and how we need to shape up if this and this happens. I mean, there was many trial runs for things to be prepared for this game. And there's a lot of games before this game as well. I mean, there was 360 games for them to prepare for this game. So I think a lot of credit needs to be done given to them for being able to I would say play this long with that manager and get a bond and able to actually hurt Inter Milan. Even though Inter Milan is not the best team right now to face, but they are quite decent. They have decent players in their team to actually hurt you. So a lot of credit has to be given to Glenn to say well done. They actually put off a shocker. They actually did pulled off a worldie basically going into the next round. And then if we have a look at the next couple of fixtures going into this game, we obviously saw Newcastle thrashing Karabakh overall 9-3 after 2 games. Their last game was 3-2. So Karabakh had a fight, but not good enough. Newcastle still pulled out the extra goal in hand for that particular game. So they won both fixtures, hence why they onto the next round. And I suppose now is the next question: who will Chelsea be playing? I mean, there's talks of it either being PSG or Morocco. Monaco. PSG and Monaco are playing tonight. Let's see. Have a look at the time. They're playing at 10 o'clock. It just started. And Inter Milan and Dortmund are also playing. I just see that Dortmund was winning their previous game 0-2 to Dortmund. And now I look back and see that Inter Milan, not Inter Milan, Inter Milan is winning 3-2 already without the second half already. So can you imagine? I mean, you're winning 2-0. All you need to know is keep a clean sheet and you're into the next round. But no, you lose focus and all of a sudden now you're actually chasing the game. Can you believe it? Surprising how football can be and how it can turn around within seconds. Then we have a look at Juventus obviously playing tonight as well against Galatasaray. I mean, Juventus, you would expect they're one of the biggest teams out there. And now you're having Galatasaray against them. Galatasaray has 3 goals over Juventus. So it's going to be quite interesting to see does Juventus do the job and do they actually get the result that they actually need and deserve in a sense of being that caliber, that big team, or does Galatasaray put them in their place and keep them there with that big mountain to climb for Juventus? Juventus has 3 goals to collect from Galatasaray tonight, so that's not going to be an easy game. Um, if Galatasaray can learn something, they should definitely not be over ego. They should be keeping their focus. They should be saying, okay, no, this game can turn around. Let's keep our focus. Let's train. Let's be focused in order just to get the win. And if we know we get the win, we keep a clean sheet. We know we on to the next round. Let's not lose our heads so quickly and be ignorant and have a big ego. Then we also see PSG. PSG is playing Monaco. PSG is only going with a 1-0 lead against Monaco. So that's going to be a very tight game as well. I mean, no team is going to want to make a mistake because they know the next goal is going to be pivotal. If PSG make a mistake, they know Monaco is in for the taking. They know they're able to get another and actually cause some mayhem and cause a shock as well. But if PSG get the next goal as well, it means that it's most likely done for Monaco because coming back from 2-0 is not going to be very easy. I mean, they still have to score the 2 and then have to score the third in order just for them to actually win the game. So I think that game's not going to be easy for them if Monaco did not score first. Monaco have to score first in order for them to keep their hopes alive. And then Real Madrid is playing Benfica. That's going to be still a nice game to see Jose Mourinho going back to Real Madrid. Home, basically. They're also Real Madrid going with a 1-0 win to and Benfica's coming to the grounds. So Benfica need to know that they don't necessarily need to hesitate. They don't need to go all in right from the get go. if they're able to get a good formation and a good tactic against Real Madrid, and able to know, okay, we're gonna do this, and we know we're gonna hurt them, we know we're gonna create chances. I think that's what exactly what they would do. And maybe on the 80th minute, they'll do what Chelsea never did, and actually throw the kitchen sink to not to actually get the result. So that is going to be quite interesting to see whether who Chelsea face into the next round. Will it be Newcastle, or will it be Monaco or PSG? But now the question is comes in, um, if we face whoever, are we do we have enough caliber, gunfire to actually hurt one of those teams? Are we able to actually say no? No matter who we first, we're still able to. We know we're very confident to know that we're going to beat them. Probably not. I think obviously it's the Champions League. All teams come here to win. There's a reason why it's called the Champions League, because only the best come here basically. So I think we cannot ask for an easy team, because they aren't any. I mean, most of the teams, they are still dangerous in their own way. So we need to be careful. Then this brings us to my next point. I mean, looking at our red card situation, Chelsea have picked up Chelsea have picked up under three different managers, six yellow cards, six red cards. In the Premier League, the Blues have an average red card every 4 to 5 games, and still have 11 games still to play. At this current rate, the season could finish with 8 or possibly 9 dismissals. The latter is current record, so the record currently stands as 12. That's held by Sunderland and Queens Park Rangers, have 12 red cards among them in the Premier League. So if we keep this up, we might actually get to their record and create a new record for ourselves, and break this basically. Mm. We can't afford to do that. Hopefully, the team has learned not to get silly yellow cards and then end up chasing the yellow cards at the end, and hoping that ref doesn't blow for a foul as a yellow card, because then we know we're suspended. So the team needs to be careful. The players that have been having had red cards is Wesley Fofana just recently, Cucurella, Moses Casero, Malo Gusto, and Trevor Chalaba, and Robert Sanchez. Those are all the players so far that have got red cards. So we definitely need to be careful and see how Chelsea can fix their discipline issues. The Blues in danger of challenging an unwritten Premier League record for the most red cards in a single campaign. It comes after Wesley Fofana's dismissal for the sixth time in the Premier League so far in the 2025-6 season. The Chelsea player has been sent off the most in the competition at this stage. So we definitely need to be careful. And it's another question of, obviously we're playing Arsenal next. So I I brought this into the topic as to, we are playing Arsenal this weekend. Let me know down below, do you think that in order for Chelsea to get a result this weekend, what is that one thing that you can think of that Chelsea definitely need to work on while we are still on a break, that you'll call it? What's that one thing that we need to work on? Or is there more than one that we actually need to work on in order for us to actually beat Arsenal? And here's another question. What do we need to do following up into Arsenal's game? What do we need to do? How do we need to prepare for this game? What is it? Is it more fitness? Is it more control of the ball? Is it more practicing triangles around Arsenal when we actually verse them? Is it more corners? Is it more free kicks? Is it targeting one or two players? Let me know down below what you guys think of how do we beat Arsenal this weekend. I don't think we can allow them to beat us any much more longer. I mean, it's been a while now. Then we're gonna have a look and see how many how many games has it been, but I'm sure it's been a couple that we have lost to Arsenal. Let's quickly have a check. Let's quickly see here. So, right now the head-to-head between Arsenal and Chelsea is 18-15. So we beat them. So they beat us in the Carabao Cup on the 3rd of Feb, and then they beat us again on the. I think this was obviously the first leg where Arsenal was winning 3-0. Then we came back 3-2. Then on the previous game, it was a draw. Arsenal and Chelsea 1-1. Then Arsenal beat us 1-0. Then it was a draw again. And then they beat us 5-0. And then it was 2-2. So there's not any one of those games in the last 7 games. In the last 7 games we haven't beat them. I think we're well overdue for a win. Hence why I'm making this video, and hence why I'm bringing out these points. What do Chelsea need to do in order for us to get this result? How do we shape up? Is there a bribe? Do we bribe the ref? Do we think that there's no way forward? There's no way to beat Arsenal? Um, Surely we don't have that mentality. Surely we have the mentality of no, we're so close with them that we were just unfortunate. I think we had a red card or something with Arsenal. Hence why we went so badly. I think if we're able to overcome that game and the way we finished the game, if we're able to do something like that, I'm sure we're able to get a result and get a good result as to 3 points and actually blow it out of the waters for Arsenal. Because Arsenal currently now on 61 points. Man City are right behind them with 56. Obviously Arsenal has played an extra game now. So if Liverpool, Man City win their next game, they'll be on 59, just 2 points behind them. But Arsenal has done the job. They have actually 3 points ahead now. Actually, not, let's say they're 5 points ahead of Man City. So Man City's got a job and need to keep the pressure on them to keep winning. And if we are able to do so, we need to do the same as well. We also need to go with that mindset and say, no, we are coming here to win, and we are only here to win, nothing else, nothing more. Let's get those 3 points. So going into this thing, I think we need to focus on corners. I think definitely we need to find out who marks who. We can't have that thing with Burnley. Burnley punishing us with a corner. We cannot have that. So we need to definitely have all the players correct. We need to see, okay, who is the tallest to play against with this player, and put man to man and see if we can actually stop them with corners. And then I think also we need to be able to find a way. Do we sit back, let them come on us, and do we catch them on the counter, or it's a case of us bringing the game to them? That's what gave us the goals. I think that's a very big question. Has times changed? If that was the case, does it change now because we are a bit more present? We are a bit more aware of the situation. I think it's a lot of questions that needs to be asked and answered. But I think the main thing is definitely the corners. I think if we can fix the corners, it's at least, I would say, we're halfway there. And then if we need to obviously find a way to stop Declan Rice from progressing with the ball into our half. So I think we also definitely, I think the type of football that suits us is defending and actually then catching on counters. But we need to be very careful, and we need to be prepared in the back line in order to accept that pressure and know more or less what's coming for them. So yeah, guys, let me know down below. Do you have a particular scoreline for Arsenal against Chelsea right now? Are you a bit more confident now than you think you're gonna be going into that game, or is it a bit less now? And as it approaches closer, you feel like you can get more confidence, knowing that we are able to achieve what we were able to achieve in the previous games. So I think it's a very big question. I think we definitely want to compete against them uh, and see where we fit into this team. So guys, this is my the video basis on basically the preparation for Arsenal against Chelsea and the way the fixtures look for when it's time for Chelsea to play any team. It's either going to be against Newcastle or Monaco or PSG. Let me know down below what you guys prefer. Who would you guys prefer? Would you like to see PSG again, knowing that we beat them in the final, or would it be a case of no, I actually need some lights. Let me actually go and fix this and put them up in the ceiling. So yes, guys, this is my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and peace.